Buying an instrument online has always felt like a roll of the dice. You never really know what you're going to get, especially with used guitars. Recently, I found something from a brand I've been really interested in on Gear Exchange that I was willing to take the risk on. Price was already really good on it, but I thought I would take my chances and offer a little bit less, and sure enough, they ended up taking it. So all I had to do was wait a few days for it to show up, and I was ready to unbox it.
That is insanely nice looking.
This is a 2022 Premier DC model that has a few differences from the current ones being made. The first being the scale length. This is a 25-inch scale length, whereas the newer ones all come standard with 24 3/4. The fingerboard material is Ovan Coal instead of either walnut or pal ferro on the new Premier models. And finally, the pickups in this one are Duncan design. You're gonna have proprietary pickups in the $699 model new, or you're gonna have the Supro bolt buckers that come in the higher end $899 model. But other than that, the core ingredients remain the same. This guitar has a really nice and modern feeling slim C neck profile. It doesn't have a whole lot of shoulder on it, and a flatter 14-inch radius. What I love though about this neck has nothing to do with the shape of it, but everything to do with the fret wire they chose, the medium vintage. I'm a huge fan of that, especially compared to a lot of guitars that come with narrow, tall frets that almost feel like driving over train tracks to me. And for the styles of music that I play, they're just silky smooth and effortless to play over. The following clips were literally my first experiences playing the guitar out of the box. There's no plan, no setup, just sitting with the guitar, plugging into the amp, and seeing what came out.
All right, we're not clipping the Pro Tools. Looks like we're all tuned. Immediately, this is a really, really thin neck, so it looks like a 339, but the feel is completely different. Make sure the bridge pickup works. Just a hair there. It's definitely its own thing. It kind of inspires a little bit of a different playing, and I like how flat the board is.
Of course, I want to hear how this guitar is going to sound through my main rig, which is a Dr. ZZ Plus combo. Mic'd up with the 57, and I'm only using one pedal, the Brown Amplification Pro Team, for a little bit of drive. Now I want to do a quick dynamics test where I have the gain on the entire time but adjust my pick attack to see how well the pickups clean up. Before I give you my final first impressions of the guitar itself, I want to speak about the gear exchange for a moment. Now, the main reason I have this guitar is because I purchased it on Gear Exchange. However, as a seller, it makes more sense for me to sell there than it does on a place like, say, Reverb, because the payouts are going to be better. If you just want to get the cash, it's a lower percentage. It's 7.5%. There's no additional fees or anything else. Plus, you have baked-in discounts for shipping from UPS or FedEx, whichever you prefer. On the other hand, you could do what I did to get this guitar and take a zero-fee payout. The way that works is you sell the guitar, you pay for the shipping, but the rest of it doesn't get any additional charges onto it, and you receive that in the form of a gift card that you can use on Gear Exchange or at Sweetwater if you're interested in a new piece of gear. But as for the guitar itself, I really dig this thing, a little bit more than I anticipated if I'm just being honest with you. One of my favorite models ever is the Gibson ES339. While it's obvious that this thing has a few things in common with it, particularly the body size and the shape of it, it's definitely its own thing, and it's not something that feels the same or reacts the same way as the Gibson does. These are really bold pickups in this guitar, and they love being played with a little bit of dirt on them, and you can get a little bit more extreme without the guitar feeding back as quickly as some other semi-hollow body guitars that I've played in the past. The most noticeable difference between this guitar and an ES339 is the neck profile itself. This has a very modern slim C shape to it, whereas the 339 is going to have a rounded C that's definitely a lot fuller. One is not better than the other, but it's all about playing what's comfortable for you. This may seem like a cop-out, but I really don't have anything to complain about with this guitar. Would I have loved for it to have come with a hard shell case? Yeah, that I would have liked a little bit better. And the only other thing that I think is worth taking into consideration is if you do get one of the Premier models, you're not getting CTS components on it. So if you do want to make the swap out to American spec electronics, it is not as convenient as doing it on, say, a T-style guitar or an S-style guitar, or even a single cut guitar that's going to give you access from the rear to easily access them. These guitars, you're going to have to do it all through the F-hole, removing the pick guard, and trust me, I've done that in the past on other semi-hollow body guitars. It's not fun. Even after you've done it a few times, it is time consuming. Little things go all over the place. So I will say, if you're somebody who's not a tinkerer, or you don't have a good tech around you and you think that you might want to just have it all done from the factory, maybe go a step up and check out the Excel series. At the end of the day here, Gear Exchange made this experience possible, but it's all about this guitar and that kind of joy of finding something used at a great price and it actually living up, and in this case, exceeding expectations. So if you're on the fence about one of these D'Angelico models, doesn't matter if it's this or the Bedford that I previously demoed in the past, I think you might be really surprised. If you have any other questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to leave them in the comment section of this video, and you can also let me know what the best hidden gem that you've ever gotten used was. I'm always curious to see what you guys have to say. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy, everybody.